6 epic fans and 1 goal. Who's the best Joker?
Well, from an actor's perspective, though, the Joaquin Phoenix version.
You think so? Beats
He had the hardest job.
He was doing too much for even Joker.
You didn't like
he was making it too artsy.
Our epic fans decide.
he was looking like I went for round 2. Let's go.
It just didn't work for Jared Leto and how they wrote him.
Yeah, he didn't.
But the thing,
And let's be honest, who's the craziest of them all?
Heath Ledger.
He's
literally the most is in.
Yes.
Well, I would say Joaquin, though. Yeah.
Find out on Epic Fan Battles.
Fight!
All right, we're gonna do best Joker live action. Let's get it.
Ooh.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go. But I gotta acknowledge the fact that every single Joker was great.
Right.
Every single one.
Not the Jared Leto.
Also,
Not the Jared Leto.
never mind.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm making sure.
Why was he bad?
But he was bad because all the screen time was cut off, so we never got to see him fully go out and do his range of character. I think
even his extra
you
stuff was
his acting
corny.
was bad, or he just what? You didn't like the interpretation?
No. I didn't like that he didn't get enough screen time,
Okay.
and we never really got to see what he could do with it.
I didn't want the screen time.
A lot of
I'm being for real. Like he was doing too much for even Joker.
you
Really?
didn't like
Like
the
he was making it too artsy. Joker is artsy just because of who he is. You don't got to put knives in a circle and doing all this extra
It's
stuff.
extra, okay.
He was also method acting, and it just didn't fit right.
What you gonna say?
That was the directional point though.
Yeah.
The knives in the circle.
Oh man,
That ain't his fault.
But that's also because I'm glad they cut it because the old Suicide Squad movie was just a fun summer one.
Yeah.
Having him do a serious Joker thing in that movie just didn't feel
Yeah,
right.
Because to me, I couldn't help but laugh when I first saw him. So that's like, when did Joker all of a sudden become mob style? So like, he trying to be.
I know
like,
there's a Joker like that.
Yeah, G-Unit.
Actually, that angle of it was what I liked about it because like Joker's supposed to be a criminal mastermind too. He got thugs and henchmen, right? So he has to be somebody that other people will follow. Not like so with Heath Ledger's Joker, masterpiece, right? But he's more like a lone psycho type cat. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really see nobody else going along following him along the same path as he's going.
You can actually, because I do like the thug aspect of Joker. They could have worked. It just didn't work for Jared Leto and how they wrote him.
Yeah, he didn't.
But the thing about Heath Ledger, the one thing that I like about the Joker a lot is because he has a message that everybody can always get behind.
Why so serious? He sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face.
That's the only reason why people followed him is because of the thing is like he's doing things to upset the order because nobody want to live in Gotham, even if it's $100 for rent. I'm letting you know that now.
Please, no!
That's the thing. People follow him for the wrong reasons, thinking that he's gonna be like a messiah and change everything. But then he switches. He's like, it's not about you. It's not about the billionaires. It's upsetting the natural order.
See, so are we agreeing? Because like I love Joaquin Phoenix's version, but a lot of the times for me with that, it was the Joker was too weak.
I think it's a greater origin story.
It is a great.
It was a great origin story, but I like Heath Ledger's Joker because the thing is, he was the solidified Joker.
Yeah.
Well, from an actor's perspective, though, the Joaquin Phoenix version.
You think so?
He had the hardest job because everybody else just plays a Joker character or the character that came before the Joker. He did the whole transition from meek character all the way to the Joker, and that from an actor's that's like powerlifting.
Yeah, no, that's powerlifting.
The nuance.
I got that one. Like I said, I did like it or so because it was something different. You given his origin story to everything, and you felt the emotion, the power behind it. You know, but like besides the origin story stuff, when I'm just playing as the Joker himself or whatever and such, like I said, Ledger killed that.
He
and then the fact too is like towards the end where he was looking like, oh man, you're fun. Like we got this to do. Like he was looking like I went for round 2. Like let's go. Woo!
Yeah.
And also R.I.P. Heath Ledger. If he could have did another Joker, man, it would have probably went crazy.
We agree that it was Heath Ledger. One thing that a big character detail about the Joker that I think a lot of these Jokers are missing is the fact that he was a genius. He was a person that was able to take Harley Quinn, who was a psychologist, and a person who went to school and learned how to deal with people who were insane. And he literally turned her, took her, and made her fall in love with him.
Yeah.
And so for you to be able to do that, and for them to know all the techniques that somebody would use to do that.
Had him on his shit spinning like a Beyblade.
I wouldn't just call him a genius. I'd just say he's manipulative as hell.
No, he's a genius.
He's extremely.
Because
mad. Let's put mad genius in there. I don't want to just put genius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because people forget that Batman is also the greatest detective on the planet.
Yeah.
And for him and Joker, it's one of those situations. Joker is just as smart as the Riddler, but he's just insane.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
Like
He takes it to another level that just does it. That's why I like the way he dealt with Batman in the movie, because Batman hadn't dealt with anybody like Joker yet. So the thing is, he's like, I'm gonna make you question your morals all through this, and even getting down to the final scenes with like the boat stuff. He's like, how you gonna fix it? Because the thing is, because he's like, it's down to the wire. It's like, would you let these people die? And that, I think that's what evolved Batman. That's the only reason why I say it was more of a Joker movie. And they could have kept Christian Bale and then done better movies off of that. They could have did that and then added extra superheroes.
Yeah.
Are you arguing that DC could have been able to make their universe before Marvel in that 2000?
Yeah.
DC,
they could have, but
DC shoots themselves in the foot constantly.
Every single time.
On the books, on the movies, on the TV shows, they just mess it up.
But I have a theory that, like, with Joaquin's thing, they could really do the 3 Joker origin. So what they could have done, right, if they were trying to build a Joker universe, they could have done the 3 origins, where Joaquin acts as the Joker, but in the other origin. And he does all 3 of them, because remember in the recent comic books, where they're talking about how there's 3 Jokers in the universe, it was because he was a supernatural entity, but also a human. So, like, Batman was so confused because he had the Mobius chair. We were talking about that. This is super nerdy, right? But he had all that stuff. But then you can create the universe off of that. Because the whole point of Joker is to never know. You're supposed to think of him as just this entity because he's just going to...
Yeah, because there are multiple. I forget about that because every time he dies, a new one comes.
Yes. Because he never really, truly died. There was the idea that he is the god of chaos.
Yeah.
So he has like kind of a Loki kind of thing going on. And I just, Joker in general is just such a layered character in the comic books that it makes it so much better. And also Heath Ledger's version, for me, was so good because it took from Frank Miller's Dark Knight, right? Because I could have seen it go that way, where we get to see Batman have to be more brutal, get darker, and him finally having to off himself to make Batman the final villain at the end.
That's why I said they dropped the ball with Christian Bale.
Really did.
Because they could have added it all in that movie. It's just Heath Ledger's acting was just too strong.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Let's say they say he did it.
What do y'all think? Who also deserves an origin story, like in terms of villains? How Joker got one? Like, who else you think?
Look, I enjoyed Bane, but I think Bane never really got his justice.
Yeah.
I think we don't need to bring back the Penguin because what's his name killed it. He was the greatest Penguin ever. What's the short dude's name?
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito really did the Penguin so great that like I don't think anybody could do that. I would love to see the Court of Owls versus Batman.
Yes.
Interesting, yeah.
That would be super dope.
I think on the big screen, Clayface would translate really well.
Yeah. This day and age,
Mr.
Mr. Freeze. That was
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
A lot of people love to see him.
But Arnold was so good though. He was so good.
Nice to see you.
But yeah,
And last question, y'all. Who was the craziest one though? Like, who was the most insane?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Literally the most insane.
Yes.
Well, I would say Joaquin though.
Joaquin was
Think
just
so?
no.
No,
Joaquin
because Heath had a
was
point.
just developing.
No, Heath had a point.
Yeah.
Heath had a point. There's a difference between insanity. So I will say Joaquin had to be the most insane because
Really?
Heath had a legit point and a reason why he was doing it to the extent of like everybody around him started to believe in what he was doing.
Yeah.
Joaquin's one was a little bit more messed up because it seemed like he had a point, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Joaquin
wanted
had more of a
the
point
world to
than
burn.
Heath Ledger because Heath Ledger is leading these people on to just do what he wants because his ultimate goal is just to mess with Batman.
Well, see, the thing is, what he's talking about, I think, is that the Heath Ledger Joker had more focus, right? He had an actual mission, whereas
But that's
Joaquin
what makes him
is
crazy and scary.
Joaquin is just reacting to his transformation.
Man.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a focus, a
So
thing to
who are
focus
y'all-
his rage on.
Who y'all most afraid of then? Like if they had to come in real life,
Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Heath
Joaquin.
Ledger, because I can talk to Joaquin.
You can talk to Joaquin.
I'm afraid Ledger.
He killed a man with a pen.
Yeah.
He killed Michael John White with a pen. Like, come on, can we talk about that? He said, "Gagoo."
Yeah, actually, he did
Before
kill him.
John Wick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Joaquin was just misunderstood, like quite literally. And the thing is, you can see his mind deteriorating, but that doesn't make somebody crazy because the thing is, you can always talk them off the edge. Heath Ledger, there's no talking.
No,
Because the thing is, he could be nice to you, but you don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah,
And then
He could be
That's
as
scary.
And then too, the beginning of the movie, it's like he off his whole team just to walk out the money. Like, bye.
and they didn't even know what he looked like.
Yeah.
He was there with them the whole time. He's
And
like,
they were just like,
Well, I
That's
think
what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. I'm scared.
he's Joker definitely more violent, but I think Joaquin's is more unpredictable because that dude will just like break down crying while he killing you.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I guess we divided.
that's more trauma.
Yeah,
That's
That's
Yeah,
more
I
trauma
don't, like,
because,
fully
like I was
see.
saying, you
Yeah.
can still see how he develops his crazy. Because it's like he's been bullied so much. That's why it's like anytime he has a reaction to things, it could have been changed. Leading up to it, he could have been changed by any certain like good deed.
if the host would have just been a nice dude and it would have just been like, I'm helping you with comedy. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? But
and
when
he was just bullied.
But see, that just
He's
put
school
the point.
shooter.
That just put the points more to it's like we can talk to him in such a whatnot.
No, you cannot.
No, you.
Nah.
All right. So let's calm down.
You can't talk to any Joker.
That's the key point. Key point right there. I'm talking about
Can I make my last point on why? Okay, so Batman and Superman literally can trade places, and people will never figure it out because they actually look alike so much. That's
Where
why
the hell
this
this come
recent that's what I'm saying. That's why. I'm coming in at the end. That's why the old Batman, what's called Superman, was never good.
All right, cool. All right, so you're the scariest Jokers for you is who?
Oh, Heath Ledger.
You,
Heath Ledger.
you,
Ledger.
Joaquin.
you.
Joaquin.
All right, Heath Ledger. All right, cool. All right, cool.
I see what y'all saying about Joaquin, but Heath Ledger. If I saw him, I'm like, oh, I'm already dead.
We gone.
Yep.
Joaquin,
Something about the
if I had a chance, if like you see Joaquin and Heath Ledger and they both made eye contact with you, Heath Ledger, you're
Who would
done.
win though in a fight?
Heath Ledger.
Heath.
So
exactly.
he's the scariest then.
Yeah.
Like I just said, like you don't debate this.
All right, cool.
Subscribe for more epic fan battles. We may battle your favorite next.